y'all, and welcome back to Adventures with Ariel. Today we are answering the question, what happened to MGM Studios, and why is what is now known as Hollywood Studios a totally different park from what it used to be? Keep watching to find out. So before we jump into the video, I'd just like to remind y'all to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy videos about Disney World and theme parks, because that's what this channel is all about. Alright, let's continue. So let's start off on a personal note. Growing up, the Great Movie Ride was one of my favorite rides at Disney World. This attraction used animatronic figures, practical sets, live actors, special effects, and projections to recreate 12 classic films throughout movie history. Admittedly, the animatronics were starting to look a little dated towards the end of its run, but the concept was groundbreaking. This was a ride where you could literally enter the movies, and as a huge movie buff, I could not get enough of this ride. Sadly, the Great Movie Ride had its final run on August 13th, 2017. And I couldn't help but see its closure as the end of an era. So let's rewind back in time to when what was then known as MGM Studios opened to the public in 1989. Stepping into this park was like stepping into 1930s Hollywood. Disney had recreated the iconic Hollywood Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard, and Grauman's Chinese Theater. There was a studio backlot tour, a combination walking tram tour that showed guests how film special effects are produced, the magic of Disney animation, a short presentation showing how animated films are made, and of course, the Great Movie Ride, just to name a few. So between 1989 and 2017, a lot in MGM changed. For instance, the name itself changed and became Disney's Hollywood Studios. Disney added Pixar Place, Star Wars took over for a while, and then Frozen took over for a while, and then Star Wars took over again. We got the Tower of Terror and the Rock and Roller Coaster. Disney Junior characters came in, and so did the Muppets. The Streets of America disappeared, and along the way, the old Hollywood glamour started to as well. None of MGM's opening attractions are still around today. The Chinese Theater, which was home to the Great Movie Ride, still remains. But inside will soon be Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad, a dark ride based on Mickey's shorts on Disney Channel. And while I'm always anxious to experience a new Disney attraction, I feel like this ride doesn't match the feeling of the Chinese Theater in a way that the Great Movie Ride did. It seems to me that Hollywood Studios is completely changing its theme altogether. The MGM Studios we knew in the 1990s was a totally different park. Absent were thrill rides, our entire lands based off of major movie franchises. In their place were tours of real, working media facilities and an entourage of shows pulling back the curtain on how movies are made. So I had to ask the question, why all the changes? Well, while the original vision for the park was admirable for its time, it couldn't keep future generations engaged as well as Disney's other parks. Imagineer Alex Wright claims two primary suspects. For one, Disney now has enough live-action film credibility that it doesn't need to rely on another studio's film library to fill a park with attractions. Secondly, the average guest today is much more familiar with the process of movie making than 1989 ever allowed. I mean, back then there was no endless supply of behind-the-scenes YouTube videos, no Blu-ray bonus features. The need for a theme park that's all about the magic of movie making is no longer novel. The Great Movie Ride was the ultimate celebration of Hollywood and the signature attraction of MGM Studios. But that's just the thing. Where Disney's Hollywood Studios is going, the existence of an attraction like the Great Movie Ride just doesn't make as much sense. And I guess I just have to accept that. Toy Story Land has already opened to great success, and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is due to open next year. In these lands, you're not going behind the scenes. Their goal is to make you feel like you're in the movies themselves. A toy in Andy's backyard, or a character in the Star Wars universe. For a few years now, there has been speculation of another name change for Hollywood Studios. I feel like this might make sense for the park given its current state, shifting away from a behind-the-scenes look at how movies are made to a more Universal Studios style ride the movies focus. So what do y'all think about this name change? Let me know in the comments. And also, do y'all think that the remaining Hollywood part of Hollywood Studios will eventually get changed as well to fit more with the new ride the movies approach? It will be interesting to see. This is the Disney park I feel like has been through the most changes. The theme has not been consistent as well as the other Disney parks have been. So if you learned something from this video and you enjoyed watching it, I please encourage you to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a magical day.